On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Wednesday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So we have a story to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. Just before me start this evening's story, I just want to apologize to the regular ones and ones them who have been tuning in to the new cartoon channel known as In the Streets JA. This is the cartoon channel presently on your screen. So for those who have not yet logged into it, subscribed to it and been watching these videos, In the Streets JA is now a thing. A Jamaican cartoon that is basically giving a good depiction of the streets of Jamaica in the garrison type of living. And we're at season 1, episode 14 presently. And the theme for this season is with friends like these who need enemies. So if you have not yet subscribed to In the Streets JA, please type in this as you see it on your screen. The @ In the Streets JA on YouTube and tune in. You have 14 episodes for watch. So please subscribe and start. Yeah, man. So in this evening's story, we're going to hear from a concerned father who wishes to voice his opinion on happenings as it relates to his 13-year-old daughter who is said to be now pregnant. Boy, may I tell you, every parent's nightmare for say them young daughter or even them young son have a child at such a tender age. Now we're going to hear from the father right now as he relates to us what is taking place. Now listen. So we are here this evening with a concerned father who is presently overseas. He says that he has a daughter who is definitely underage, grossly underage. Literally just a year over 12 years old. So you definitely know what that age is. So she's pretty young. He's saying that she's pregnant. And it is alleged by family members of her mother's spouse. He's also thinking that maybe, just maybe, the stepfather might be involved. But definitively, factual, the nephew of the stepfather is one of the prime suspects. So he wishes to share his side of the story this evening with us, as he wants to make it publicly known and to make it publicly clear that his daughter is in what he would consider not a safe environment. Because for a 13-year-old to be presently impregnated is definitely a cause for concern. So we're going to hear from the father now as he enlightens us as it relates to his daughter and what had taken place. Now, Father, go ahead with your story.
Good evening. Yeah, I'm the concerned father. I'm very concerned about my daughter's safety because last week, Monday, I have a conversation with the mother, and the mother, I tell me, say, she have something to tell me. The conversation what me and her are supposed to have is about my daughter paperwork for her to come overseas. So she tell me she have something to tell me. So she explained the Sorry, she explained the situation that she said my daughter move some type of way, so she buy a pregnancy test for go home for test if she pregnant. So when she went to home, she called her in the bathroom and asked her if pee in her cup, and she tested and it's positive. So she called me and she tell me say me call her and she tell me say your daughter pregnant. And when I ask her how it happened, she can't really tell me how it happened. She don't know. So I talk to my daughter. Me and my daughter have a relationship where she share anything to me with me. So me and her start to talk and she start to tell me some things will take place.
So what are some of the things that she tell her that take place?
She tell me that she have sex with the stepfather nephew, which is 15 years old. That she confirmed that to me. And she tell me that two other person involved, which is one of them is 19-year-old. She never disclosed the other one age to me. The conversation stopped. The mother take the phone and start to talk, because to me right there it raised concern, because my daughter revealed things to me where she don't want me to hear. So that was very off for me. So anyway, I want to hear more. So I asked her what she gonna do about the situation. The first thing she said, she no want to go to prison and she no want nobody come kill her. So I asked her, what do you mean by that? If protecting your child costs you for go to prison or cost your life, as a mother or as a parent, you're supposed to ready to protect your child at any cost. That's what me think as a father, to protect my child. But anyway, after that now, she said she bring my daughter go over her mother and she try to see if them can find a way to abort the child. Which that situation is safe with me, because me see a lot of young girls lose them life because of that. And my daughter is 13 years old, so me is very concerned. Anyway, she not get through with none of that, so now she have to go to the law, which me no believe what she has said, because she a fabricate story where she want to tell my daughter is like she want my daughter to tell the police them that is only the 15-year-old alone involved. And me I said to her, I said, no, why? If my daughter a lie, them are gonna know that she a lie. So you just need to go to them and it is what it is. She start to curse me, say, a prison me want she forgot. I want people to come kill her. Me can say anything with me want say, because me the overseas. And that pisses me off, because this is not about me and this is not about she. This is about with her 13-year-old child that is impregnated by these criminals. And we need to get justice for our daughter by any cost. So if it going to put your life at risk or my life at risk, I'm ready to go, because she need to be protected. Anyway, me and her get in some argument, and she sent me some messages that I didn't happy with. So I think I'm not gonna say nothing to her for that night. The morning when I wake up, I tell her, listen to me, you're gonna protect your child the way how you can protect your child, and I'm gonna protect my child the way how I can protect my child. Then she start to turn it like I'm making a threat. And I tell her that, listen to me, only threat I'm making is these people need to go to jail or prison that impregnating my 13-year-old child. That's what I'm dealing with as a father, and I'm angry and I'm upset. And if you cannot understand that as a mother, what kind of mother of you? Then she start to tell me that I don't have no right as a father to talk the way I'm talking, and I have to leave it alone, let you take care of it and stay out of it. I asked her, what do you mean by stay out of it and you gonna angle it? With all these things, what you're telling me, try to fabricate story to give my child to tell the police, then I'm gonna allow you to see through this with no supervision from me or my family. Anyway, so after that, I tell my family. So When the police go to her house on Sunday, she called my sisters and she started to curse my family out, say, yeah, we bring police to our home and things like that. As a mom, you shouldn't be angry if the police come to your home if you don't have something to hide. You should be glad that at least her father is interest in what take place. A concerned father don't gonna do that. A father who care gonna do something like that.
Well, one thing I know for sure, even if the mother did not call the police and she goes to any one of these clinics to check in as a pregnant woman, once they figure out her age, they will call the police. The hospital will call the police because they are not supposed to administer any form of assistance to an underage without the police knowledge. So the police would have get involved regardless.
Her concern is her sister-in-law's son, which is the 15-year-old, her mom is crying that her son gonna go to prison. He's crying the whole time. That is her concern. Instead, her 13-year-old child. And she's telling me that, yeah, your child is wicked and evil like you. No, it's not time to say things like that. No, it's time for us to think what we're going to do, because this situation is a life and death situation. My daughter is not a big girl. She's 13 years old. So blaming me and I blame you, that don't going to work. We need to do this as a parent. What we need now is co-parenting. That's what I'm saying to her. But obviously, she wants to do this without me for some reason, and so, that don't sit good with me.
Why,
that let me feel.
So why the resentment between you and her? Why does she resent you so much?
The thing is, I'm going to make a long story short. A few years back, I leave Jamaica from 2012. I come to Farin. When I come to Europe, I try to bring she and my child here. I send some money for her to put in her bank account, for her to get a bank statement so she could receive those visa. And she take the money. And I say to her, listen, if you take that money, and you don't give it back, I'm not going to give you nothing until that child reach 18 years old. Because you don't gonna take that money, and that money at that time was $250,000. In 2013, that would be. So if you check in 2013, what $250,000 could do, it couldn't do much, but it could do something for a child if she really was spending that money on that child. So because of that, and she find another man and everything, then that is the issue between me and her.
Okay. So. Question now. How did your daughter and that 15-year-old get involved? Are they living in the same house, the same place, big yard, settings, what?
It's a big yard, but my baby mom claimed that the 15-year-old don't live in the yard. But my daughter tell me that the 15-year-old use a phone to lower her to his house. That means that what the 15-year-old do is premeditated, because my daughter don't have a phone, so she would log in and with her Instagram account to talk to me and her siblings. So the 15-year-old know that.
Oh, so he used that to lower my daughter to the house.
Yes, but my baby mom is not talking those things because she lives in that yard. So she's protected.
Even though it's irrelevant whether she consented or not, because she can't consent regardless, but was it consented between she and the 15-year-old, or was it a forced issue? Don't use the word R-A.
It wasn't consented, because
so it was a forced issue.
When I asked my daughter why you didn't say nothing, she said, my mom don't gonna believe me and she gonna kill me. Those are
was
two
words
what she used.
So was it a forced issue? Did he force her?
Yes, she did force her.
All right. Question again. Was it only one time?
No, it's not one time.
Then me not understand then, because if it is a force issue, why should go back again and again and again?
That part I don't understand. I'm just working off what she said to me.
Well, it could not be a force issue then. Probably the first time was a force issue, but then she consented after, because if she continue doing it with the person over and over again, It has to be consented. It can't be continuous force issue, and she keeps going back.
That is true.
So what steps have the police taken so far in this case?
The police, they went to the address and they spoken to the adults that was present, and they take information and they leave, and they tell my family that they will contact us.
So did they
my daughter
take the child to the hospital
to
have her tested?
Yeah, she have a date to go to do a test by Sissoko, or I think that's the name of the organization. I'm not sure.
Did they speak with the 15-year-old in the presence of his family members?
My baby mom said when they go to Sissoko, the mom of the 15-year-old and the 15-year-old was also there. I have no proof of that. So I'm not sure. That's what she said. I have no proof of that. But one of my concern is I don't feel safe with my child in the same environment. And she's still in the same environment up until today. And I don't think it's safe for her to be in that environment.
Do you
with
have
all of what's
family
taking
members
place.
that she could go and live with?
Of course. I asked the mom for her, and the mom refused. And Sunday, she let my daughter call me and tell me that if I don't stop, she don't gonna know me as a father anymore. Why would you tell my child to tell me that? The only thing I do is send police to the address. Why would you tell my child to tell me if I don't stop, she don't gonna know me as a father anymore? When only thing I'm doing, I'm just fighting for the right of my child. I'm just looking for justice as a father. Now, she blocked all of my family. I cannot even speak with my child. Now, I don't even know if my child is okay or my child is not okay. So I don't feel safe with the situation, and I'm very concerned about my child. And I cannot believe this is what is happening. And I'm very confident in the justice system. I'm confident. I'm 100% confident. And I know I'm going to get justice for my child. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know some people are going to bash me. I don't care. If that's what it takes to fight for justice for my child, I'm going to do it. I don't care what nobody think about me or say about me, because my child is a part of me. And the day when I get that child, I have an obligation and a responsibility to ensure our safety. And if I have to do that overseas, I'm going to do it. But I'm working with the law 100%.
How close is the family member that you have representing you to the family? Like, is it a grandmother, an aunt?
My sister, is my daughter, aunt, and grandmother and uncles.
Well, you can definitely have them speak with the police to see if they could have her removed from that home if the 15-year-old lives within close proximity and the 19-year-old that she says allegedly was also sexually involved with her. So you can have or ask the police to have her removed from that space and have her live with your sister. So all of that conversation can definitely be taking place with the police in regards to the child living in a more safe and secure environment. And if needs be, you can take it to court. So if it is a case where you can travel to Jamaica, I would suggest that you do that as a father and do the necessaries to remove the child from that environment if you really, truly and honestly think that she's not safe in that environment.
Yeah. Even right now as I speak, I have the papers here that come through for my daughter to travel to come to see me. Her mom just have to sign it and take it to the embassy and she get her visa to come. And I have no contacts because she blocked me off. In a situation like this, you co-parent with the father to get to the bottom of this, to get justice for your child. You're willing to shut me out and to do it with somebody else. So what am I to my child?
Well, as you stated, she said she fear for her life. She don't want nobody come kill her. You know how them place they run in a White House. probably...
Yes, I understand, but I also fear for
it.
my child life.
That is true.
My child life. This is not about me, and this is not about my baby mom. This is about my child.
Giving birth at that tender age is definitely a life and death situation.
Exactly. That is what I'm worried about. But obviously, she don't worry about that. She's worried. She's more worried about the 15-year-old mom that is crying that her son is going to go to prison. That's what she worry about and her life.
Well, the
I was planning to have a summer with my daughter here. That's what I planned. And look what my summer with my child turned into. And then she's gonna close me out and tell me that I don't have right to this. She tell me that her baby father is the one that is putting roof over her head and food on her table. And I say exactly like this. I say your baby father is feeding her for his family to sexually molesting her. And you as a mom don't see that. How can so much people in a yard and something like that is taking place and nobody take notice? As a mom, you don't question your child, you don't search your child. As a girl picnic, you come inside, you're supposed to pay attention to your child. Make sure that your child is safe. She didn't create a safe environment for that child. She failed that child and she still want to hold on to that child. You failed the child. She get pregnant at the age 13. By your stepfather family member. You bring her there for your own convenience, not for her. Because what better she get out of it? Get a baby at the age 13 and you're proud as a mom. You should be ashamed. You should be taking your child and leave that place and make sure everybody that involved go to prison. That's what you should be do as a mom. Instead, you stay there with your child in the same environment, adding more trauma to that child, more than what you get already. And think you're doing the child something good. No, you're making the situation worse on that child.
Well, she's
that
thinking
child
about...
to leave that environment.
Yes, whilst we understand what you are saying, it's not so easy if she just pick up herself and leave the environment still, you know. Worse, as she say, the baby father, the boyfriend provide a roof over her head. Well, if you can step in and help them to get a roof over their head, well, that's a different situation.
I can put a roof over my daughter's head. For that, I'm obligated for. If she want to stay, give me my child. No problem if you want to stay. But my child don't obligate to stay there.
Well, as I said, those are conversations that the family member who is representing you presently to have with the police when they get involved. And if them not reach out back to your family member soon enough, you can have your family member reach out back to them and go back to the office. Because sometimes, you know, they will get caught up in a crime fighting and all these things. So anything can happen. And
I understand.
So your interest, so you have to put some pressure upon it and make sure so you get the relevant authorities involved and get it resolved as soon as possible.
For sure.
And the fact that she's at that tender age, I think I need to get a primary care doctor for her, because at that age it kind of ticklish a little way, you know. And more than one for years, boy, she lose her life because of the pregnancy. So I have to go spend her money and get a primary care doctor to really evaluate the situation and deal with it right throughout her pregnancy to make sure she has a safe birth.
That's my biggest fear right now, losing my child. I haven't seen my child from 2012. I haven't seen my child. This summer was the first I'm going to see my child after so much years.
Well, as I say, if you can fly to Jamaica, fly to Jamaica. Get the paperwork sorted out and see if you can take her up. Simple 1 3.
You know, I was planning on going December, but I think, give my child a trip and everything, and it would also be nice for her to take her out of the environment. And,
because this take precedence. You can't wait till December.
No, I'm not going to wait so long.
Right, you have to go forward as soon as possible. Because as the father, everything would have got through easier if you're here. And by the way, question, is your name on her birth certificate?
Of course, yes, okay. I do. I signed the birth certificate.
Right. As long as your name is on the birth certificate, nobody can gain a talk.
Yeah, that's what I say to her also. I remember signing her birth certificate, so how can you tell me that I don't have no right?
Once your name is on her birth certificate, nobody can gain a talk. So you just need to fly down and come do the right thing and stand by your child, because a little pitney, you know, and our mother, she always a see. You say you don't see her from 2012, a whole heap of years, and the fact that she had just the age there, that simple means say you left when she pretty young. So she not really to know you like that. Even though on talk on the phone, her mother she always see physically. So she got take side with her mother any day over you. Which that is understandable. So you as the father know, you know, you can't take that personal still, you know.
No, I don't.
Even if she do it, and even if she says certain things, don't take it personal. I just how human beings are wired. Once we see people every day, we are more inclined to depend on the person decide than somebody who we not see physically. Even though we know say we mother or father, you know, but the physical presence wasn't there, so she got side with her mother.
Exactly, I understand that also.
You, as the responsible adult, no matter what your daughter wants to say, do what you know say you fi do, which is in the best interest of the child. She no must like it, you know. And nobody make that bother you neither whether she like it or not, you know. Just do what you know is right and in the best interest of the child.
Right, and protecting my child to me now is a job. And sometimes you have a job, you don't like your job, but it's your job. You have to get up and do it. So I may not like the situation.
It is just quite sad that many of us as parents, we allow the tail for wag the dog and a dog for really wag the tail. So you can't allow the tail for wag the dog.
Oh.
You have to make sure say the dog wag the tail in that situation, yeah. So as me say, my advice is come to Jamaica, come take charge of the situation and get everything done. And get a child out of the environment there.
That is the next move.
Until she can fly up. And would advise if you try if you pull all stops, if she fly up before the pregnancy starts show, because once it starts show, it a got cause little hindrances in her boarding a flight with a big stomach. Because them always I say, once you have the belly at a certain way where to show them now go want you come to your country, because them no want you come have no pitney. You see me? Yeah. So you have to do that fast before the belly starts show, so she can pass through security checkpoint without that being detected. Hopefully.
It's just the mom for get contact with her and she get to sign the paper and bring her to get her visa.
No, if you fly to Jamaica, you don't need her for do that. So you need to just come to Jamaica, come do that. Because you say so she in her feeling, she not take no talk, she block you. So she probably won't sign the paper neither. So you just need to come to Jamaica, come do what you need to do.
That is the next move. That's the next move. You know, I just gotta come get my child and just leave everything in the justice system, because I see it work for many family and many people. So I strongly believe it will work for me. So
you have to do it. It will work, man. Definitely. You have to just come in and do what you have to do. Take charge of the situation as a father and do what you have to do. And in the meantime, as me did tell you before we start the recording, have a family member contact them place there and make sure say everything runs smooth.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do that.
All right. So bless up yourself and keep in touch, keep me posted, so I can definitely help for point you. Any questions we have, we'll point you in the right direction. And if you have any questions now, feel free to ask. We'll try to point you in the right direction as best as I know how.
I don't really have no question right now. I just want to say, big up yourself and thanks for the opportunity to tell my side of the story. You know, I will update you on any information. If I need any information or anything, I will contact you and make you know.
Yeah, man.
Manners and respect and love.
Blessings.